Alright, guys. As you can tell from the way I'm speaking, I'm very tired. But like I said before, we are finishing chapter 1 today. I don't care how long it's gonna take. We are finishing this dumb chapter, and that's that.
But you worked on it for months!
Doesn't look like it matters for those people.
Don't say that!
My palm strikes the table. Sitting at the table where top. My palms strike the table, sitting at the table where on top, clinging against each other. Notice when I rose from my seat. But here I am, chest heaving, looking down at him. Same manner a teacher would at any unruly student. Becca's probably proud. I didn't mean to yell, but there's some things like Zach aren't supposed to say. How exasperating. Evil all people should know.
It's just a review.
Except they're pretty well-known critics.
Why does that matter? They aren't the ones calling the shots on this. Isn't that why they have a committee? Right, Becca?
Amused gleam in eyes when I turn to her. What does she find so entertaining here? Help me, your friend's about to quit his passion for a petty reason. I haven't read what those people wrote about his work, but a few sketching words shouldn't be enough to discourage someone. I should know after all
Failing means you're playing, Zach. Not that I'm saying it's bad. I've seen it from start to finish, and I know for myself what you created isn't something people should scoff at. I don't know anything about filming or photography. Hell, I don't have an inkling of artistry in me except for those doodles I make for class. But I know what I watched. Look at Isabella. It's not every day you see her all riled up like this.
Whatever I'm about to say gets lost in tongue as a flush of embarrassment blooms across my face.
It was a heat of the moment thing. And anyway, I'll be very angry with you if you quit. What about the exhibit? What exhibit? Classified information. Even if I bring you your favorite tonight? Nope, not a chance. Oh, come on. I thought we aren't supposed to have secrets.
Thanks, you two. I might need some time alone to myself for a while. Just to think about things, how I'll go from here, that sort of stuff. Hey, I'm not quitting, Bella. Don't give me that face.
There's no face at all for imitation of puppy dog eyes. You could call it this one.
Promise?
I'll be damned if I break any promise I make to you guys. Besides, you're right. It's too early to say anything right now. Awards night ain't for another week.
And that's all answer I need from him. As sentimental as it sounds, there's fulfillment in knowing another person you know won't take the same path you've walked. It's not like it's over for me, though. There's still a time I could still come back, do my own thing, do what I really want to do. Surely Papa recovers. Surely once Papa recovers, once I'm done with everything. So my phone buzzes unexpectedly, breaking the pleasant afternoon lull. Screen shows Rose.
Hey, Isabel. You at the office? Ha ha. Very funny, Rose. I'm hanging up. Don't. I'm kidding. BRC says the floor plan copies are ready for Miss McCullough to pick up.
She states, as if it already explains everything. Then out of the blue she thunders a loud rant about the awful state of the Luxbourne streets, all of which she says in a single breath that I can barely keep up and make out a single word. I stay quiet, if only to avoid becoming the next object of her frustration. She's similar to Becca in that regard.
I'm stuck in horrendous traffic right now. Bloody stupid drivers.
Freaking dumbass drivers, if I can say it for guideline's sake. When she finally runs out of things to complain about and stops, what she says next still is none of what I'm hoping to hear from her. Just a quick mumbled plea for me to meet with the right interior designer in her stead. And then,
Anyway, I'll leave it to you. Bye. Thanks.
classic Rose, she ends the call without even asking for my input. The sky is cloudless. The noontime sun is beating down on the hard concrete when we leave the cafe. It's far from unbearable, but it's enough to put most people in a fickle mood or make them vulnerable to catching something. Wonder we have staff members going AWOL, going crazy lately. Not to mention my boss's mercurial moods. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I want our usual cloudy weather back. For all the grapes about the unpredictable weather, though, the streets of Luxbourne remain constantly busy. The high tapping of shoes against the pavement and inane chatter coming from the lunchtime crowd fill the humid afternoon air. A small reminder of things we still have to do, regardless of how much I want to return to the comfort of my bed. Back to Briar Realty for me. Zach to meeting with the magazine publisher featuring luxury houses, and Becca to her lesson plans and books at home. More than once, I catch a sneaking longing glance over something displayed on a shop window. Do you want to buy something? Maybe I can get it for her. Maybe I can get it for her this Christmas. I met at the last shop she checked out. A fleeting glimpse, the world stills. She looks at me, her eyes hollow, gaze piercing, boring into my very soul like a set of chains to keep my whole body still. There are no shadows or whispers this time, only a plea, low and indistinct, compelling me, beckoning me, intent, dragging me to the void beyond the glass. I don't dare move. My heart hammers against my ribs, each beat, every thump, screaming at me to look away and make a run for it. But I can't. I couldn't. My lungs feel heavy. My own breathing strains in the face of a cold.
Leave me alone.
I'm out is stretched in a grin, wide and unpleasant. The panic building my chest forces me to take a instinctive step back. I try not to stare at the decaying flesh, the strawberry jam streaming from the gaping wounds on her arm, or her nailless fingers. I don't want this. Not like this. Not after. Not after I got what I want for Papa.
No, no, stop. Leave me alone.
Her face contorts and she lets out a wail, sharp and, and utterly unforgiving. Rage. There's only hate and bitterness, as if the very notion of turning away from her is an offense in itself.
Please! I don't want this! What happened?
Bella, you okay?
You were screaming. Zach, call someone. No, don't. I'm good. I'm good. I need to get to the office. Rose, the floor plans. Someone's going to pick it up. I'll see you later. Careful. Don't stand up yet. Stay put, Isabella. Zach, you watch over her for me. I'll call for someone.
Knowing that the fan leads to keep me from into a cycle of negative thinking. With the pressure to keep making positive positive feels much bigger than usual. The most basic thing is a big causes by outside. But it's so hard. There's a way to turn doing everything else to keep my head clear. Every sound of life is feelings that I could want. It should be just really hurt. Enjoy small, peaceful, that's enough. I should have lost the heat, but not from the hair, so hanging flat against my back. I would drag the edge of the room, nothing else. I opened. Maybe it's just a little bit necklace. So didn't look at you right. It's just looked up and consciously as the moon touches it. Funny, one of my looking for significant things so much trouble. And it was about it, right? Look at the pieces still there. Yes, it did. What? Is she leaving? I think this people will already see it. Will it be okay? The sense of realize it now. Knowing that she's real, and that also that after the people are careful. As we saw it, progressive, believing. The insides. Agent and their skin. Wait a minute. Pressure on my phone from under the list of people that I can't speak through it. People taking show on the go. Some sneeze flashes brightly on screen. Don't because I'm getting to know. I did leave the two of them there without saying anything. Knowing Zach, I bet he's worried.
Hey, Zach.
Oh, good. I thought for sure you're not gonna pick up.
Sorry, it took me a while to find my phone.
No worries. You game tomorrow?
I pause. I'm making plans with Zach for the weekend.
Did I forget something?
Remember that guy I told you about? Back in the movies? The, priest? For the blessing? Does it ring a bell?
Right, I did say that. Didn't think he'd actually go through the trouble, especially after what happened with his phone. Just figured how kind Zach can be.
Yeah, I remember. Is he fine with it?
My friend doesn't mind. We're lucky he's not busy. So, tomorrow, he'll meet us at the mansion.
Okay. Sorry for the trouble, Zach.
Hey, no problem. I'm the one who suggested it to begin with. And, well, this afternoon you did surprise us. Never seen you scream like that. You scared the hell out of Rebecca.
I guess I owe you a lot for this, huh?
Nah, we're cool. You had us worried. But I know you'll tell us about it eventually. I just want to make sure you're doing well. You left all of a sudden and you're not answering any of our calls.
He's trying to get me to talk. Normally I tell him I'm fine. Say a few simple reassurances to put at ease. Now, nothing will form. Can't for myself to say anything. Seems to have sensed my hesitation because he immediately changes the subject.
Yeah, anyway, I gotta go. I left something on the stove before making this call. Just soup. But it'd be embarrassing if I burnt soup.
I doubt it. Ashton, on the other hand.
Well, remind me to tell you about what he did with the pressure cooker next time. Oh, damn, it overflowed. Really need to get going. Bye, Bella.
Here, before I can downtown, the busy town that I'm offered to receive from no one is saying And you see this will work, even I'm doubtful it will. Morning dawns quite clear the following day. Weather still feels muggy and endless. To autumn weather, it's one of the most rare weekends when I'm up even before my alarm rings. As it was like school last night, I'd probably sleep in. When 9 a.m. rolls around, I'm really on my way to the Immigrant Mansion. Think that I have to go back again. I'd be lying if I say I'm excited. Don't have to anymore. Rules sadly gave me paperwork duty when I volunteered. We're on the last phase of the search team. Almost. Papers to sign, documents to finalize. Legalities to settle with the current owner. All that stuff. Never mind. That is the new owners want everything done within a week. The process typically takes more than that. Once it's done, we'll get it done. I really don't understand rich people. The money can do wonders. I won't be surprised if they'll be able to push the process just a little bit more, like what they did to secure the house. The point is, under no obligation to return to the house anymore. Running is an option, of course. I can now move on to another property and forget everything. However, at the end of the day, it's always my conscience that wins. When something happens to those who have seen the letter, Ash, Zach, Becca, Miss Kellogg, the rights, the guilt will follow me to my grave. The mansion looms as we approach, whispers welcoming me, whispers welcoming me back, shadows calling. I hope this is the last time. They are enraged. They are engaged in a quiet conversation when find them in the mansion's front gardens. Even with familiar company, it's impossible to feel at ease here. No matter who I'm with, the feeling of being watched is there. Like the very place itself is aware of its trespasses. Zack on the other hand doesn't seem to notice, or he simply doesn't care. He's already used to it. I could never tell with him. Sometimes He's always hard to read as Ash. Almost. At least Zack doesn't ask for much patience as dealing with Ash does. That says plenty about him. Miracle of miracles. How the two have ended up the best of friends. Reads me as I approach. True to his promise, Zack has also brought his friend with him, Father Norman. So I expected him to look older.
Oh, don't be surprised. They say people who have found their calling are getting younger these days.
Sorry, Father. I didn't mean to say that out loud.
No offense taken. Though I admit I'm a bit surprised. I didn't think someone would ask this house to be blessed after all these years.
You've heard of it, Father?
In passing, the occasional rumors and talk by the locals, nothing new. You don't spend years serving the church here without hearing a random hearsay here and there.
You never mentioned what you thought of those, Father.
Ah, but he who goes down to the grave does not come up. He shall never return to his house, nor shall his place know him any more.
But what I saw...
May not be what you think. It depends entirely on what you mean by it. If you're talking about spirit beings, angels, demons, then yes. Are we talking about the spirits of people who have departed? The word makes it clear that once the deceased has left us, they are gone. But of course, I didn't come here to bore you with a lecture.
No, it was enlightening, Father. Thank you.
Just remember that a God who loves his children would never let them linger once the time comes.
That's what my papa often tells me.
Your father must be a good man. He raised you well, no doubt. Well then, shall we? Regardless of what it is, I'm sure the mansion's new owners would appreciate such sincere intentions. From a stranger, no less.
He let Zack and I walk ahead. Leave this way. You won't see how tightly I'm clutching the straps of my bag. Although no one's probably trying to put me at ease. The worry, the cold, the restless, foreboding feeling has formally lodged itself in my stomach, making presence known with every step we take towards the house.
Hey, you okay?
Zack lightly nudges my side, careful, mindful of his motions to avoid startling me, no doubt. It's hard to lie when Zack gives you that look. It's just there. The kind that implores a silent appeal. Sure, if he's even doing it consciously. These blows, and I try not to shiver, try not to listen to the voices that may or may not be there.
This place really gives me the creeps.
It doesn't seem more than an ordinary house to me, though. Damn, I should have brought my camera with me. I saw a few areas that'd be good for a shoot. You think the new owners will allow it?
Shh! What if you catch something? Or someone in one of the pictures?
It just means they want to be seen, doesn't it?
Don't ask for it.
It's not like we can stop them if they do.
You're really not helping, Zack.
All right. Sorry. Don't worry. I don't think whatever's inside this house will do anything. I'm here, yeah? I'll take care of them. Or I think I can.
You're not that scary, but thanks. I'll be sure to run behind you if I see one.
Ridiculous talk. Note that in private lands, not land, leans is more than welcome. He offers me a smile in return, the least he could do. Slight motion of his head, he gestures for us to move ahead. All on my own, views are left forgotten for the time being. Things inside my bag clatter softly against each other while I rummage for the keys to the mansion. I should have heard the telltale jiggle by now, but I didn't put it in my bag last night. So I'm sitting on my heels. One after another, I'm taking out everything from my pocket, every slip. It'll be a pain to put everything back later. I'm sure it's just under these. Nothing. Oh man. tends to
Is
forget.
something the matter?
No, I'm sorry, Father. I think I left the key.
No use coming up with excuses after they've both taken their time to go thus far away from the city. With every sigh, I grab the door handle, pull myself up, Singapore is ready at the tip of my tongue.
Careful, Bella!
Careful,
We've
Bella.
spoken with the current owners. Well, technically, you're not yet the owners, but
There's a moment of confusion. Then I'm falling. The momentum of the door swing open pulls me back first into the mansion's foyer before I can make sense of what's happening.
Ow, 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 my back.
what the? Isabella?
No time to nurse my bruised back. Excuses because the next thing I know, Zach's gently pulling me upright by my arm, down me with a mixture of apprehension and something I couldn't quite place. Say it's relief, but sheesh, good going as well right after you volunteered to work on the papers. Sitting behind
Ma'am Hannah! Mr. Wright! Oh, Isabel. We always meet in the most interesting circumstances.
A complete understatement, darling. What are they doing in my house?
I believe it's Janet Zach and Father Norman like is a slight against his
I
own.
thought you said you wanted to do paperwork duty. What are you doing here?
Like a deer caught in the headlights. There, Rose. That's putting me on the spot. And it leaves me no choice but to answer.
The reason why I'm here?
Well, spit it out, Lily. We don't have all day.
I'm just here to make sure everything is fine before you move in.
Sorry, Mama. You said, tell if I lie. I like the well after this. There's no other way. It isn't entirely a lie. I'm here to make sure no one disturbs them after they move in. So it happens that what I'm checking for and trying to drive away is of the paranormal variety.
Oh? The house appears impeccably fine to me.
Father shoots his eyes around in a careful manner as if he's looking for faults in every crevice of the house. The ground is sees though, when he returns, his attention to me is similar to what my guardian had often given me when he's up to something. Usually a scare prank. Ended in me crying. I never did forget the way my brother sneered at me then. Part of me thinks that perhaps hadn't been the object of his mischief in childhood, I would have grown a little bit
Come
braver.
on, little Lily. Lying doesn't do that cute little face any justice. I'm a very patient man. Now, why are you really here?
Right now, face of an almost identical expression, perhaps even crueler than what I'm used to. The lie I told falls apart.
The truth is, I was just thinking we could have the house blessed before move-in day.
And why would we ever need to have this house blessed?
For luck and protection.
I shrink under. Scrutinize gaze for a second, I think. Starts shouting at me. Jailhouse, not the mocking, jeering kind, but if he's hearing things right, I'd say he was amused, but I honestly couldn't understand. So funny what what I just said. Was it really that weird? Wasn't it a custom year? I wish Becca was here to explain stuff like this.
That's rich coming from you. When we saw Devlin Court, you didn't.
It's a small custom back home. I thought it would be nice to do something that would bring positive energy to the mansion since this place has been empty for years.
And the papers, Isabella? I hope you did those first before this.
Of course I did. It's almost done, in fact. But there are some items I still have to double check before finalizing everything. You know I don't sign without a thorough inspection. And well, this is what this is for too. I just thought it would be more efficient to do both at the same time.
Here, I thought you didn't want to go back.
A job is a job, Rose. Gotta do what you gotta do to make a living.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then go ahead. No need to be so hard on her, Rosie. I personally think it's a nice touch. I was actually thinking of the same thing, but you beat me to it.
Darling, Buttercup, please. You know these things don't work. No offense meant to the holy man, of course. That does not explain the nigger, though.
What the hell did this man just say?
No. Buddy. You didn't just say the Nigger word. That's flippin' racist, my guy. It's so wrong of you.
Frick you, dude. Suddenly, there's an awkward silence. Rose, of all people, seems reluctant to break. Although a desire to do so is evident in the way her eyes nervously shifts to Mr. Wright. While Zach's grip on mine slightly tightens. Say anything further, but there's a conflicted look on him when I glance up. That's the face he makes only when he's really wants to give someone a piece of his mind, but chooses not to do so, mostly to avoid confrontation or fanning to an argument. He has always been like this. Even amongst his own friends, he chooses to take a plating stance despite holding opinions on his own. Not that I won't say anything, and I'm still right to client, but you can't just say that in front of other people, in front of Zach no less. I know he wouldn't stand for it. Neither do I. There's a reason why police back home never touched my younger brother again. They get a taste of my own medicine. He might be inches taller than me, but I'm pretty sure I can still land a hit or two. Maybe if only. I'm not gonna get in trouble with the BRC for it. But before any punch can be thrown, Ma'am Hannah can say it.
Mitchell Wright.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Hannah Wright, for speaking up for this for people, man. Jeez Louise.
Silence.
What?
Instead of answering, she merely crosses her arms and shoots her husband a sharp, disapproving glare. At this, Ma'am Hannah could only sigh and shake her head.
Oh, give it a rest, love. Do you have a better idea?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Tell him to shut the fuck up. Honestly, what the hell, dude?
Who knows? Positive energy might even give us what we've been waiting for. Or some peace. Let them do their job.
What have we been waiting for? I don't think I was ever informed of.
Nothing you should worry about right now. Anyway, we've still got a few things we need to discuss with Rosie here. Over lunch? I hope you don't mind, Isabel. We'd love to take you with us, but...
Oh, no. Go ahead, ma'am. This'll take time. That's why there's two of us working on this.
Rose looks like she's about to murder someone, probably me. At least she won't have to stay to the property. She's getting the better end of this deal. It's going, if anyone's going to ask me.
Oh, wonderful. I hope the next time the three of us meet, it'll be over a closed deal, Of course, ma'am. Please look forward to it.
Rose hurriedly hands me the keys before leaving, mouthing reminders to secure the place and ominous threats of throwing her under the bus. Then with a reassuring smile of my own, even she's the one who often forgets. Sheesh. Just like that, gone just as quickly as they appeared, fleeting from one scene to the next, and leaving me wondering if this is simply what's typical for the rich and famous. If so, I'd rather stay rundown apartment or little shack back home. There's still joy in the smallest things after all. But the house is big, it's not surprising when the ceremony takes a few hours to finish. The sun's already high by the time we've gone through the last room. I can never say I'm a devout follower of my own faith, even with Mama and Papa's teachings. But hearing every word Father Norman uttered as we went around the house has put me at ease. And all of a sudden the mansion doesn't seem so scary anymore. Maybe there is an end to this, or perhaps this is the end. While Norman bids us goodbye upon exiting the mansion grounds, he has business in the village nearby. He says a minute just to reach out to the members of the bridge every once in a while. It reminds me of a distant memory of helping hands. A few kind smiles that helped my family pull through when times were tough. But before he leaves,
Isabella, a word before I go? Zachary hasn't been really forthcoming with your situation, and it is something I understand it wasn't his to share. But whatever burdens you, know that it's not a permanent fixture in your life. Besides, you have people to bear it with.
I bite back the harsh retorts before they come out, masking it with a smile as we wave the good priest off. His words, though meant to comfort, has only left a bitter taste in my mouth. And if they don't believe you, what am I to do? A hand lands briefly on my shoulders, taking out of my thoughts before they take a silent turn. But my smile doesn't quite reach my ears when I turn to him.
Say, do you want to go somewhere?
Right now? Where to?
Anywhere in the city. I'll leave it up to you.
It wouldn't hurt. I've got some stuff I need to buy. Groceries. And there's a shop I want to check.
Is it real food this time?
Let me guess. Rebecca?
She's just worried about you. Even I can't eat that much instant noodles.
Think of it as a talent. Let's just go, Zach.
A smile, a real one this time, devoid of any unpleasant thoughts. Regardless of what happened between us these past few days, I don't want to think harshly of them. Zach had me wait on a nearby bench upon arriving prior to going off somewhere. And it's been a good 20 minutes of being left alone entirely to my own, to my, to my thoughts. In this weather, the city park gives off a lazier and more languid vibe than usual. Jordan are usually seen running around and playing. There are now people leaning back on their picnic blankets, simply enjoying the afternoon sun. The afternoon sun. The smell of food drifts from nearby carts, and if the wind blows in the right direction, would catch the whiff of freshly trimmed grass. I'd gladly sleep on this bench if I wasn't waiting for someone. Soon enough, I see a hulking figure running towards me and carrying a medium-sized box on one hand, casually waving the other at me. He's panting when he reaches my bench. Sweat drips profusely from his forehead, but there's a grin on his face.
Sorry, the line was really long. Really long.
You didn't have to run. Sit down first.
Nah, I'm good. Didn't want to make you wait for these.
I already know what's in the blue box before he opens it. Cinnamon rolls. All six of them topped with white cream cheese glaze. Someone I bought after I sold my first property. After I met Zach, Ash, and Becca. Such how a small thing could trigger a distant memory, no matter how mundane it is. I don't say no to free food. But why is he getting me these now?
What for?
He leans on an empty space beside me, wiping sweat off his forehead before
An
answering.
apology. And as thanks for yesterday and the other day.
You don't have to buy me anything, Zach.
You were upset. You haven't been yourself recently, and people kind of miss that, you know?
Are you just saying that, or...
No, really. Rebecca told me. You know how she is. Ashton, too.
Ashton was an ass. He should have been named Ashhole instead.
Ash dumbass actually for the sake of YouTube guidelines.
He went a little overboard, yeah. And I can talk to him if you want.
He'll still tease me about it, even if it's Rebecca telling him to stop. Besides, I can handle him.
You always do. And yesterday, when you talked me through my little slump, I thought, hey, I want our old Isabella back. Are you still upset?
There are times when I wish Zach had been my big brother or Becca my older sister. Maybe life would have been a little easier then. Maybe Papa wouldn't be as sick as he is. Maybe I wouldn't be alone here. But then again, if they are what I wish them to be, I wouldn't have met Ash too. Life back home is tough. But for all that, I wouldn't change it for one selfish wish. In the city of 68,000 people, I have people I can depend on. 3 of them, in fact. Think about it. When you compare the numbers to the odds of finding someone like them amidst this sea of nameless people. I'm
Thanks
lucky.
a lot for today, Zach. You didn't have to, but you did. I can always count on you.
Just me? No Ashton or Rebecca? Oh boy, they won't be happy to hear that. I don't mind being the favorite, though.
Nope, no favorites. But you cook better than both of them, so that's a plus.
It's always been food with you, ain't it?
Don't put it like that. You're making me sound like a glutton.
I'm not saying you are, but it does feel good to know there's someone I can invite for food to be able to eat all of it.
Only that? I thought we were also art buddies.
Oh, that too. But the food thing really stands out when you think about it. You do eat a lot for someone your, size.
Low blow. I take pride in my height.
So, is it okay now? Do you feel better? Does it still scare you?
A little. I'll be okay. I'll figure it out somehow. It's not as bad as the other day, and Father Norman helped too. I should have brought something to thank him.
Oh, we could visit him anytime. He loves hearing from the young ones.
He isn't that old, is he?
Don't know. He doesn't tell. I think I might have seen his face somewhere before. I just couldn't recall when or where. Ash says he looks like his boss, so the bartender at the local pub if he squints. Don't take his word for it, of course. He might have accidentally inhaled something from the forensic lab again when he said that.
This time, the laughter that comes from both of us is genuine. Back to the usual. Things have not been the easiest lately, but it certainly isn't the worst that has happened. We do end up sharing the cinnamon buns between us, despite Zach's insistence that it's only for me. But more than the food, there's relief and contentment.
If you need anything, just ring, okay? Like when Ash annoys you too much. I'll help you with him, best friend or not.
No way. I can take him on.
Still an extra muscle wouldn't hurt, yeah? Just let me know, and I'll back you up. My sister knows this one thing to shut him up when he's being his usual self. Ask me what it is whenever you want, and I'll spill it.
I don't think that's necessary, but thanks. I'll keep that in mind.
Busy with a smile and wave. After some new gig again. As for me, we still need to talk. Becca, Ash, and I. Put petty arguments aside like the adults we all are. This, however, is a start, no matter how small it may be. Just hope, and keep them safe. Like wind blows again, sending dried leaves swirling the distant smell of earth into the air. For the first time, the sunlight feels less harsh. Maybe a walk is good. I need to visit the grocery store too. Come to think of it, wasn't there an odd store that opened recently near the park? His name is Bothiel. Or at least that's what his collar says. It's an odd name to give a cat, in my opinion. But it speaks grace much like the one who carries it. It shows the way he swishes his tail. His eyes follow my hand's every movement. Not sure what he finds fascinating in me. To be honest, I wasn't the very picture of grace when he found me. After all, Sebastian carrying 2 heavy bags of newly bought art materials and groceries. Hope without help or ride or a sure ride home. Said perhaps I shouldn't have bought all of these at the same time. I didn't even make it past the park. Now I'm suffering underneath the glaring afternoon sun, hunched up on the park bench, drenched in sweat in the company of a cat curiously watching my every movement. I hope it stays where it is. It's just a black cat, the black home. They considered ill omens.
Don't look at me like that. I can act graceful as well if I want to.
Not that it ever acted graceful in my life. Not that I've ever acted graceful in my life, of course. Grown up with the rowdy younger brothers, and a sister does that. Or maybe it's the opposite. Mama used to call me a little troublemaker before. Well, graceful or not, there's no use moping. A short breather, and then I'm off home. Besides, it isn't like the company is bad, even if it's a cat. As long as it doesn't bite or cross my path.
Where's your owner, anyway?
He has one, doesn't he? An owner? That's what the color's for, isn't it? A bandage is wrapped on one of its paws, though. I wonder what happened to it. Did it run away?
Well, if you don't have one, I won't be able to take you in. My apartment doesn't allow pets. I tried to bring one home before, a cat. Not black, of course. And Rebecca threw a fit before the landlady could.
I take a small packet of sweets from one of the bags beside me and pop it open. As I'm about to put it in my mouth, he meows. My hand stops.
Do you want one?
He doesn't meow again, as I'm expecting him to. But I take his unblinking gaze as a yes. I shift the piece to my palm and hold it out to him warily. She's not said once, twice before. Bruthiel. Like a good, properly trained pet, Bruthiel responds as soon as he's called. Recognition comes as soon as my head snaps in the direction of the voice. Muscular's hard to miss. What? With a height.
I'm sorry. Did my cat hurt you? Miss Santos, was it? I'm surprised to see you here.
Nice to meet you again, Miss McCullough.
Miss Makala, that's her name.
Were you harmed in any way? I'm sorry. Bruthiel's not exactly fond of other people. Even run away from the veterinarian right now.
Oh no, he was just sniffing my hand earlier.
My Bruthiel's a she.
Bruthiel? It's a she? What? Still, trying to be friendly won't hurt, right? I keep my tone cordial and warm.
I'm actually surprised McCullough.
And why exactly is that? There are a lot of people who have pets.
Yeah, but not a black one. I'm amazed you're taking care of one.
I don't understand what you're trying to get at. Is there a problem with my cat?
No, not at all. She's very sweet. Just in other cultures, aren't they a sign of bad luck?
Tageromedes. My grandmother used to tell me stories about it, and
Nothing has happened to me so far.
especially it's evident on her face. Of course, I've forgotten that other people like us phenomenon of good luck. There you go again, running your mouth off, Isabella.
This is a good place to stop and end this conversation, don't you think so? It is good to see you again, Santos.
There you go again, running your mouth off, Isabella. I racked my brain for a way to remedy the situation, but she holds out her hand. A complete dismissal, if I've ever heard one. I watch her as she leaves, though she stops shortly before crossing the threshold separating the park and the street. She faces me again, looking like something she's forgotten to say.
By the way, about the Ermengarde mansion, with my clients, it's the rights. I mean, I hope you don't mind me asking, but has the deal been finalized?
There's still a few papers they need, but the house is more or less theirs now.
Ah, thank you. That's all I needed to know.
Wait, about the mansion.
The letter, the same one they saw. Whoever she is, she's asking for help. Someone. Tell Miss McCullough that the urban legends aren't just legends anymore. They're real. She's not gonna believe me.
Don't mind me. I need to go too. Have a good day, Miss McCullough.
I hastened to pick all the bags I have left on the bench and ran so as my legs can take me. In that moment, what I'm carrying in my hands weighs far lighter than overwhelming guilt trying to consume me. Home. I want to go home. Anywhere where I won't be reminded of the house, of her, of my own cowardice. Whoa! Alright, guys. I'm gonna end the video here. It's already been 63 minutes on the clock of my recording. I think this is the longest I've gone. See you all again in the next episode. Bye bye, guys.